ain't seen real. I ain't seen real problems since tripping off grades. I just be making up different reasons for my way. I pick enough to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight. Cause ain't no reason for this money to stay. Like what you want, what you want. I got Jesus giving money, what you want. I've been sitting in.
We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Ball teed up. Austin Seibert out for the kick. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
Blown back, gets the handoff. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On 1st down, they'll run. Big play, pushes them beyond midfield. And he's finally stopped across midfield at the 47. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
That's Lamb running a slant. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll run here on 1st down. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Another carry for him. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to be touched down right at the line, so no gain on the play.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Commanders are off to a great start defensively. They forced a turnover on the opening possession.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
They'll throw first play here with Daniels. Curtis Samuel's there for the catch. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
And he works this to the 38 before going down. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On first down, here's Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
2nd down and 10, Daniels. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and short, Daniels. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 16. And that is caught. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders have a great first drive and get the game's first points. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! Right side! Kill! What do you think?
Play action, Prescott. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Right side! What do you think?
Right up the gut. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. One quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Neither side separating much so far. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Throw complete to Lamb. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Yeah!
Dak now from the gun. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Commanders pick this one up. Through the defense it goes. Room to burn. 40. 20. And Washington finishes the return to the end zone. Touchdown! The Commanders get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. That was awesome. The return became a question of, does he have enough steam to make it back before someone runs him down?
That is the most sprinting we're going to see him do on a football field. Maybe his whole life. That distance, whole lot more than the few yards he's usually running towards quarterback in the pocket. But he had enough to reach that goal line. You're darn right he did. He could sense it, and he wanted it.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Evans now to return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Then we're going to 53.
Back to the well again. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Third and just 2 to go.
Here we go.
Prescott here from the gun. It's taken in by Lamb. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys make it a one-score game in the first half. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stopped. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks, and I'm looking for that to be called again.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Daniels from the pistol. Marshall there to bring it in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Handoff now out of the gun. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Play fake here, Daniels. Has a man, it's Tyler Conklin. And they get this down to the 28. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Buys time, rolling right. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Commanders working here. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 19. He's on the move. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st. That's a pickup of 9. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Now a give on the counter. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. The Cowboys signaling for their 1st time out, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing now, Daniels. Big man It's showing up the yards. Touchdown, Washington. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Seibert tacks on the point after. And the Commanders double their lead to 14.
Set to kick off.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. He's going to field this at the 2. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! Let's play.
First down, here's Dak. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This defense just coming to life before our eyes, Kate, taking advantage of the situation they're in. You just feel their creativity. Right? When you get a lead like this, it just allows you to be a little looser, to play a little bit faster, and to continue to make an impact that time with a sack. That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second, and incompletion is still pretty good, too.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Dak off the play fake. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Picked up at the 38. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Commanders will go on offense. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ready.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Dump off, caught by his back. He winds up out of bounds, but things not settled yet, so we've got a flag down. Well, you know this better than most, Brock. Screens normally leave some rushers to come free, but still, it's not often you get roughing the passer on one.
No, it isn't, but I think of Tom Brady. To me, not only the greatest QB sneaker in the game, but he was one of the great screen masters, too. He understood how to sell a screen, draw those defenders to him, and like the QB did right there, sometimes they'll even...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
Did this defense ever need that or what? Just a step in some kind of right direction. Hopefully now they can build on that sack and claw their way back from this pretty slow start.
Gotta forget about first down in a hurry. They need a chunky yards here on 2nd and goal. They'll send him up the middle. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. So on now is Austin Seibert for the Commanders' field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Seibert's kick is up and good. And that makes this a 3-score game. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. It's a full 40 yards on the play, Brock, and a new set of downs.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Let's go now. Gotta be simple. Take off.
Daniels on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well to the sack.
And he's going to take this only to about the 31. It's a gain of 3 for them. Still 3rd and 9 coming up. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Piniero's kick is good. And that extends the lead to 20.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Here's Carter on the return. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go! Like it! What do you think?
Running this one left. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
They give it to him again. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
These aren't the plays that will lead highlight reels, but they're the ones that win you ball games. What a nice game by the back. And now his offense can go in any number of directions on 1st and 10.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Yeah!
Now here's Prescott. That's low and bounces short of his man. This one misses the tight end. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
There we go. 26.
That's Lamb running a slant. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
Left side gets it out quick, and it's caught. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one hits for 30, and it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
And he found a little room to turn it into a nice gain down to the 6. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
26.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And in for the Dallas touchdown. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys drop the lead back to 13. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Hand off to the back. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A lot of times we will see defenses get so overcommitted to defending that inside run, they're vulnerable to the outside toss. And that's when things open up, and you can reset those downs.
1st and 10 from the 41. Here's a toss headed right. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Out of the gun, Daniels. It's caught Metcalf. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
They're running the option, short side, and he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
He gets crushed behind the line, and the ball comes out. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up what's ever in your back pocket for third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Finds a man right side. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Handoff on second and short. Jukes one defender. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They'll come up first and 10.
Yeah!
Another carry for him. And that's good for a gain of 5. He landed Roberts coming over for the hit. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be second and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
And he stopped, so that's going to take us to the end of the third. So they'll be set up with a first and goal when we come back. The Cowboys have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. From the gun is Prescott. The throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's second and goal from the 6.
Here we go! 26.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Touchdown, Dallas! That gives him a mark of distinction for this season. He's now up to 40 touchdown passes this year, and it's part of one of the more impressive campaigns that we've seen from an NFL QB. Now they'll try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, first and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Here's Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st. Now Daniels to throw. It's taken in by Sinnott. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Second and 6 now. Conklin brings it in. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Again, Daniels to the air. Throw complete to Sinnott. And this one doesn't go far.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works. They come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
So a big kick coming up for Austin Seibert. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Evans now to return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got 1st down from the 31.
Yeah, here we go. What do you think?
Dak now from the gun. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Again on 2nd and 10, Prescott. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin has got it. And the Commanders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag for him, partner. He does have the 3 touchdowns in this game, but also now a couple of interceptions.
You almost feel like, Kate, he's seeing most of the picture on how to attack this defense, but just not quite all of it yet. It's largely been good, as he said, some nice touchdowns as well. But there's still a couple of these looks in coverage that are giving him problems, and he's got to figure that picture out.
The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Daniels. Got Sinnott. It's complete. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Daniels throwing on third. Has a man, it's Brown. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Returning it from the 4. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, take.
First down, here's Dak. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Yeah! Wait, take.
Working inside the red zone. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jeremy Chin has got it. And the Commanders take over on his 5th interception of the season. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Final timeout taken by the Cowboys. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Daniels from the pistol. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he'll get it up to the 27. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions. It's
caught him deep behind the line. they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Well, you can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That second and third level defenders did their job, and what did it do? Well, it freed that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. He brings it in. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Now Dak to throw. And the defender comes away with it. And he's out and clear. Reaches the 40. Hits the 20. And the Commanders have the football as he records his 12th INT of this season.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, it'll put that opposing offense right back out there, still reeling from that interception.
They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock. But the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. Commanders breaking out the victory formation here as he goes to a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And with this being their 5th consecutive victory, Brock, it's easy to argue they've been the best team in football over the last month. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Commanders as we say so long from Dallas.